Healthy Lifestyle Crib presents 10 bad habits that destroy your self-esteem. Here are 10 terrible habits that destroy your self-esteem on a daily basis. What if there was a way to bypass the time-consuming process of gaining self-confidence and instead have access to a quick fix? You see, there isn't any shortcut. A little-known fact: in order to increase your level of self-assurance, you must stop doing the things that are eroding it in the first place. Self-improvement and personal growth are linked in this process. There is no doubt about the difficulty of overcoming a negative habit, especially if you are unaware of your own. This motivational video, on the other hand, will show you how to recognize the bad habits that are destroying your self-esteem and self-confidence and how to replace them with positive ones that will make it simpler for you to do so in the future. Self-esteem is one of those hard-to-define things, but you can tell when you see it. Being confident about one's own abilities and judgment may be described as a sense of trust in oneself, which has a significant impact on one's self-esteem and how others see them. Although social anxiety and other mental health issues might cause a lack of self-esteem, this is not always the case. You may not even be aware of the practices that are destroying your self-esteem. Learn how to spot these bad habits and replace them with good ones by studying some of these common traits and actions. Number 1. Not paying attention to your appearance. You're already aware of the significance of excellent hygiene and the necessity of taking good care of your physical and mental well-being. One of the most crucial things to remember is that neglecting your beauty is a form of self-disrespect. Furthermore, your self-esteem will suffer, particularly in social environments, if you don't like how you look. Taking care of your appearance may seem like a minor detail, but it may have a big impact on your self-esteem. Number 2. Obsessing over small imperfections. Are you eager to point out even the smallest flaws in your appearance when you glance in the mirror? Do you obsess over a certain flaw to the point where it appears to be all you can see in your mind? Stop it if that's the case. Toxic to one's self-esteem, this is. Focusing on your imperfections, even if you think you're being honest with yourself, might lead you to dislike what you see. While praising the positive aspects of yourself, your focus changes to obsessing over what you perceive to be flaws in your character. You'll feel depressed, inadequate, and embarrassed after engaging in this self-critical routine. The environment is not conducive to a confident attitude. Think about the great attributes you have rather than focusing on the shortcomings you have. At first, it may seem unusual. After all, positivity is sometimes hard-won when skepticism is ingrained in the mind. When it comes to forming a new habit, it's important to put it into practice daily. Number 3. Addressing your self-esteem issues. You may be self-deprecating without going overboard. However, self-deprecation might come out as insecure, even when it's meant to convey that you're just a normal person who doesn't take herself too seriously. Furthermore, if you are continuously critical of yourself, others will take note and either grow bored of hearing it or begin to doubt your greatness. If you must bring up a flaw in a professional setting, such as a job interview, frame it as an opportunity for improvement. It will demonstrate that while you can grow in certain areas, you are willing and eager to learn new abilities and achieve in areas outside of your natural strengths. Number 4. Complimenting others too much. It's a form of self-promotion when you exaggerate your praise of others. However, if you constantly make yourself look insignificant in relation to others and use that to your advantage, you will begin to accept this narrative. Take a moment to recognize your own talents and gifts instead of repeating the cycle of over-complimenting others and under-appreciating oneself. Do not forget to consider the fact that everyone has unique assets and liabilities. We wouldn't be able to tell one another apart if we were all the same. It is important to remember that each of us has a special quality that makes us unique. Number 5. Believe in your negative self-talk. When it comes to your self-esteem, you're probably like the rest of us. We tend to believe the negative things we tell ourselves more than the positive ones. This way of thinking simply serves to undermine your self-worth and self-belief over time, making it more difficult to put your faith in yourself and accomplish your goals. Learning how to not take your negative self-talk too seriously will help correct some of these thought patterns, but using positive affirmations can assist even more. It will give you a more objective view of life, which will lead to more enjoyment and, consequently, increased self-confidence. Number 6. Constantly apologizing. Even if someone else bumps into you, have you ever found yourself saying, "I'm sorry"? However, saying sorry all the time is a self-defeating habit that lowers one's self-esteem. An excessive amount of self-apologies can give the impression that you lack confidence in your own abilities or decisions. No need to apologize for something you aren't responsible for or for which you have no remorse. As a result, you're blaming yourself and making others assume you're to blame for the situation. In order for an apology to be effective and meaningful, it must be given when it is required. Number 7. Allowing someone else to make the decisions for you. If you don't know what you want or don't think your opinions count, you can't be confident. In order to build self-confidence, you must articulate your desires in empowering ways. To do this, you must listen to your inner voice and follow through on the things you desire to accomplish in life. A lack of self-esteem might result from people telling you what they think should happen instead of listening to your needs, or worse, trying to dominate or manipulate you. Number 8. Lowering your expectations. Accepting less than you deserve by lowering your expectations is a form of self-sabotage. Certainly, decreasing your expectations will make your life easier. Even though it's a quick fix, your self-esteem will suffer as a result. As a result, reducing your expectations actually decreases your self-esteem and creates more difficulties than it solves. You may find that if you start doing it for one thing, you'll find yourself doing the same thing for many others. It's acceptable if we don't all share the same set of ideals. You'll be happier and more confident if you have a set of standards and stick to them. Number 9. Maintaining unhealthy relationships. In order to be confident, the people in your life play a significant influence. That's because the thoughts and feelings you have about yourself are influenced by the people around you. Those closest to you, including family, friends, coworkers, and acquaintances, all have an effect on your self-esteem. Your self-esteem will take a hit if you're regularly criticized or belittled by others. In other words, if your self-esteem has suffered because of the people you're with, take a step back and reevaluate your relationships. You need to be surrounded by individuals who care about your well-being as much as they care about their own if you want to be self-assured and assertive. Number 10. Comparing yourself to others. We've all been there at one point or another. As you scroll through your social media feed, you begin to see that other people are accomplishing milestones at a rate that is significantly faster than your own. Your ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend may have a better career, a bigger house, or a happy marriage while you're still single. These people's wealth and status make you feel uneasy and perhaps even resentful. But hold on, is it really as horrible as it appears to be? As humans, we're hardwired to compare ourselves to others and make judgments. That being said, it might be damaging to your self-esteem if you don't break the habit. It can leave you feeling bitter or envious of the accomplishments of those around you, depending on your perspective. Think about what sets you distinct in a positive way instead of dwelling on the negative aspects of your personality. And don't forget that everyone's journey is unique, even if it appears to be the same at first glance. There are numerous indicators of poor self-esteem, such as these negative behaviors. Some of them may appear harmless, but if ignored for too long, they can cause serious injury. The idea is to be aware of these traps and avoid them. In time, you'll be able to replace these unhealthy behaviors with positive thoughts and actions. Give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends if you appreciated this video. If you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to receive new videos as soon as they are posted. Also, don't forget to watch our other videos. Many thanks for taking the time to check it out.